I'd like to call this meeting to order for the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for January 3rd, 2023. Want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I think this is going to be a great 2023. I'm looking forward to working with everyone, and want to particularly welcome our new supervisor, Tavis Hall, this morning. So thank you. You have any comments or anything you'd like to say?
Nope.
Just move on with the
Get to
meeting.
work.
Great. Roll call, please, Mr. Veeder.
Hall.
Here.
Little.
Here.
Schwartz.
Here.
Trelka.
Here.
Leyland.
Here. Moving on to a moment of silence to reflect on our actions taken today. I think we want to especially remember the family of Brett Klemp. Brent was a 31-year employee in the county engineer's office and passed away last week. So we want to keep his family in our thoughts and prayers. Please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you. Would you please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, agenda received as proposed or as amended.
So moved.
Second.
Is proposed that we table motions 2C and 2D until next week.
That'd be great. Give everybody an opportunity to look at those now that we have different supervisors to fill those positions. So the amendment is fine?
Yep.
We're moving second, no discussion. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? The agenda is received as amended. First part of the organizational meeting is the resolution to elect a chair of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for 2023 year.
I nominate Supervisor Leyland as chair.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion or comments? We'll answer roll call vote, please.
Hall.
Aye.
Little.
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Trelka.
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. And just for your information, we tend to do ayes and nays for motions, but we do yes and no for resolution.
Sounds good.
Item B, resolution to elect Chair Pro Tem of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors for the 2023 year.
Now, typically, we do a rotation, and I'd like to see us engage in that as we have in the past. So I think Tom is up on the rotation, so I think he typically would be the pro tem, so I'll make a motion to elect Tom as chair pro tem.
I'll second that.
Well, I would just comment that I was going to say I believe in that rotation. I think Chris was to follow me.
Oh, he
Typically follow me, yes.
Okay, because when I first got on the board, it was Tom, then Chris came after.
Well, we didn't have rotation, I think, it was kind of mixed up for several years, and so I guess that too, but it was.
Yeah, the rotation did get a little out of whack, so I haven't actually been pro chair Tim yet.
Fine. Well, we can vote on that resolution before moving forward then.
All right.
Say to resolution to elect the chair pro tem would be Mr. Little. Roll call vote, please.
Little.
Yes.
Schwartz.
No.
Trelka.
Yes.
Hall.
No.
Leyland.
No.
I'd make a motion to nominate Chris Schwartz as pro tem.
Second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion or comments? Okay, roll call vote, please. Please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Trelka.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Little.
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. And we are going to table motions C and D for the standing committees and the appointments for boards and committees until at least next week, if hopefully get it done by then. Item E, motion to authorize the county auditor's office to issue cigarette permits on behalf of Blackhawk County for the 2023 calendar year.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion or comment? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? No. Motion passes. Item F, resolution that the county auditor be authorized to issue checks payable during 2023 in the following: water, lights, insurance, telephone, salaries, payrolls as fixed by the Board of Supervisors, postage, court reporters, jury and witness fees, employee criminal history record checks, bank and bond payments and fees, and emergency expenses from Community Services, Veteran Affairs, and the Sheriff's Department.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, please answer as your name is called.
Jelka,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes. Item G, resolution that the following newspapers be designated as the two official newspapers of Blackhawk County for the 2023 year: the Courier and Hudson Herald.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion, comment? Please answer as your name is called.
Hall,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes. Item next is a motion to direct Catherine Nicholas, county engineer, to close county roads as necessary during the 2023 construction season, subject to prior notification of the Blackhawk County Board of Supervisors.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or discussion? All in favor? Say
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Item I, motion to direct Catherine Nicholas, county engineer, to embargo county roads as necessary for the 2023 year, subject to prior notification to the Board of Supervisors.
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passes. Item J, motion to direct the chair to sign the progress vouchers for farm-to-market payments for the 2023 year.
So moved.
Second?
Been moved and seconded. Any comments or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item K, the resolution to adopt 2023 construction evaluation resolution for the purpose of submitting recommendations to the DNR for approval or disapproval of construction permit applications pursuant to Iowa Code 459.30.
So moved.
3
Second?
regarding proposed confinement feed operation structures. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion, comment? Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes. Now we'll move into the part of our meeting that is a regular session of the Board of Supervisors. I'll ask for public comments. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on anything that is not listed on today's agenda? Anyone on Zoom? Seeing and hearing none, we'll move on to claims and payments. This is a resolution that the Board of Supervisors approve expenditures and the county auditor be authorized and directed to issue checks against the various settlement of such claims as allowed. Ms. Weidner?
Good morning, Board. A couple of significant payments being made today that I would mention. We are paying for a dump truck for the engineering department. That amount is $195,875. And we're also making a payment to Peterson Contractors, Inc. for revetment materials. And that's $155,945.18. Our total bill payment today is $459,000, sorry, $740.98. And payments being made from the Sheriff's 60/40 fund is $8,271.99. Everything appears to be in order.
Move to approve?
Thank you.
Second. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Please answer as your name is called.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Leyland,
Yes. Item 5, receive project updates from department heads and elected officials.
Good morning, Board. Kathy Nicholas, County Engineer. Condition report on the roadways. The paved roads this morning, the roads in the northern portion of the county seem to be more slick than those in the southern. Crews were out sanding and salting as needed. The gravel roads, unfortunately, are deteriorating. just due to the rain we've had over the past few days and a little bit of thawing on the top surface, there are many potholes. It is very difficult for us to go out and blade them right now because the material will not stick in those potholes. So again, asking the public to please be patient, and when the roads refreeze, we will be able to be back out there. As Ms. Weidner alluded to, we have received one of our tandem dump trucks that we were authorized, that we purchased in FY22 and have now received that. The second one should be arriving in the next few weeks, we are hoping, and we will be putting those to good use probably starting Monday, the first one. We need to get some stickers and the license plates and get it in working order, and then we'll be using it immediately. Can I answer any questions at this time? Thank you.
No, thank you, Kathy. Any other?
Morning, Board.
Morning.
Sent you all an email this morning indicating a timeline issue that has come and now today will go, and that is with regard to the CEO of NAFCARE's letter dated the 21st of November, indicating that if he does not hear back from us by today, that he will be implementing a 90-day out clause with the county, thus creating a untenable situation at the jail. And I'll give you a little history and timeline here. Back in August, late August, I informed you that NAFCARE was proposing an amendment to the current contract for mental health and medical health care in the jail. Since that time, on the 20th of September, I had him come to the board to speak with you. A month later, we emailed you again asking for your guidance. We gained no response. The beginning of December, we then again emailed again requesting that it be placed on the agenda. On the 13th, we met with the board during the meeting to have a discussion regarding this issue. On the 20th, we again emailed requesting that it be placed on the agenda. On the 26th, we expected it to be placed on the agenda. Today, we expected it to be on your agenda. It's still not on your agenda, and now the timeline has passed. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting for a decision from this board as to what you want us to do. With 90-day out, you're leaving the jail uncovered for medical and mental health care. We're the largest mental health provider in the county, and you're not giving us a decision. We cannot have feckless leadership in this county. Not making a decision is not an answer. Tell us what you want from us.
And I know this board is prepared to do that, Sheriff Thompson. I was going to say, as I recall in the letter, and I don't have it in front of me, I believe that that timeline was February 1 that NAFCARE gave for us to respond. And the supervisors, I know some of us have had some discussion on when to put that on the agenda and felt next week was probably
We have been pushing you for months
Yes.
to work with us.
And
We have been
scheduled
asking
work
you
sessions.
to communicate with us.
And my last email communication was that I had some questions, and I have not heard back on that email, but we are scheduled to put it on, or we were planning to. That was a question for today's discussion, if we were still all right with doing that on the 10th. And so we could talk about that now, or probably not. Just we can move on to the end of the meeting and at least determine it if that's what we want to do, or have some discussion on it. So.
Morning. Nina Fezemeyer, HR Director. So I just wanted to let everyone know that we had our first compensation committee meeting at the end of last month before the holiday. We are working on setting up times for when the consultants come on site, which will be January 24th, so that they can roll out the informational meetings to staff. So I'm working on booking several of the conference rooms around the county, setting up multiple sessions for employees to attend those. If an employee cannot make it to an informational meeting, there will be a virtual one that will be taped and recorded, so that whether you attend it or not, you could review that as part of this process that they complete their questionnaire evaluating their position. So just wanted to let you know that's in the works, and to expect that they'll be here on Tuesday, January 24th, to speak with the board. They would also like to have an opportunity to meet with the department heads to just explain the supervisory role with this whole classification and compensation study. So Lastly, I will be sending out the compensation board meeting minutes today. That meeting was back in December, and I assisted in taking those minutes, so I'll have that out to you after the board meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other department heads or elected officials?
Michelle Wiedner in Finance, and I'd like to just say we'll be ready. Next Tuesday might be a really busy day, but I think we'll be ready to start talking about budget then too. If we could have a work session following the board meeting, and I just wanted to verify with the supervisors that a Tuesday, Thursday meeting schedule will work for doing that, and if 9 o'clock is a good time, we'll plan to do that.
So the work session at the end of the meeting on the 10th.
On Tuesday, and then we'll probably be able to have on Thursday, the 12th, and until we are finished.
If that works for me.
Does that
Yep.
work for you? Does that look like it'll work? Mr. Little, does that work for you?
Sure it does.
Okay, great. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Anyone else? Moving on to item 6, minutes approved for December 28th, 2022.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments, questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? The minutes are approved. Item 7, consent agenda. Following items are acted on upon a single resolution.
So moved?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. If no one wishes to have questions or remove an item from that agenda, please answer as your name is called.
Jelka,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item number 8, contracts and agreements. Resolution that the pre-construction project agreement between Blackhawk County, Iowa and the Iowa Department of Transportation for the paving of gravel road approaches along US 58 at an estimated cost of $1,347 to Blackhawk County, which will be budgeted and paid for in fiscal year 2024 as recommended by Catherine Nicholas, County Engineer.
So moved?
Second.
Kathy.
Yeah, this project will be led by the DOT in their March letting, and I've talked to you before about how beneficial it is for us to have a 50-foot fillet or paved approach from our gravel roads to a paved road. This is a DOT paved road in particular. So the DOT would be able to pave Shawless Road as a portion of this project. We own a quarter of that intersection. The city of Hudson owns 3/4 of that intersection. So I would ask that you approve this and they be allowed to pave it when their contractor comes through this summer to resurface the roadway.
Kathy, could you just touch really quickly on what is that benefit of that 50-foot?
So by going out 50 feet from the center line of the roadway into our gravel road, that allows our motor grader to be able to back up and maneuver around is one of the benefits. Another very important benefit is we are able to sand and salt that paved road approach for example, the traveling public, residents who live on our gravel roads, they are able to approach that intersection with the paved road and be able to stop. Because we have sanded and salted it, we're able to better maintain, especially in winter conditions, that paved road approach. And that's very beneficial for drivers on the gravel road portion of the roadway as they approach the paved road intersection.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Please answer as your name is called.
Hall,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz.
Yes.
Jelka,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item 9, other business. Resolution to approve the submission of questionnaire to Baker, Baker Tilly for an immutable server backup as a possible American Rescue Plan funded project.
So moved.
Second?
I was going to say Al and Mr. Trinan, either way. Okay. Go ahead, Al, please. Explain what this is.
Sure. Morning, Board. LU IT Director. This is an additional server that would be housed at Conservation, which is our disaster recovery site. Essentially, all the backups go to that site every evening, and what this server does is it makes all those backups immutable from accidental deletion and ransomware. So it's an essential thing that everyone needs. It keeps everything off-site, so it complies with social distancing. So, Mr. Trine, anything you'd like to add?
Not really, just that this is only to send this for evaluation at this point. It's not to approve the project.
And that the committee had reviewed it? No?
I don't know that the committee has reviewed this one, actually, because it's been a couple of weeks since a committee meeting.
Which brings me just to another question. I know we haven't had meetings in a couple of weeks. Are we going to try to have one this week, or is that going to be possible?
The attempt will be to set one up on either Thursday or Friday this week, and then get on an every 2-week schedule. We'll be checking, probably putting it off of Tuesdays because of the budget sessions. And so I'm probably going to be looking at doing it on either Wednesdays or Fridays.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Al. All right, this is a resolution. Blair, on any questions for Mike or for Al? This is a resolution. Please answer as your name is called.
Little,
Yes.
Schwartz,
Yes.
Trelka,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Leyland.
Yes. Item 10, any reports or information from the board? I guess I'll just make 2 comments. I don't know if others have. I was going to say, we have a vacancy on the Board of Health, and we have 2 individuals that needed to be interviewed for that. One person had said they were interested and now has had a job change and that type of thing, so there's only the 2. And the sooner we could probably do those, the better. I don't know if this week is too soon to ask for if there's 2 supervisors that would be willing to.
I'm available to do an interview this week with someone.
Great. And I could too, but I just thought if someone else would like to participate. I know you and Chris did them before for Board of Health.
I can, sure. I got time.
And Debbie can set it up and see if it doesn't work for scheduling, as long as some of us can. Okay, super. Great. Thank you very much.
Anytime works for me.
And NAFCare. As far as scheduling that for the 10th, I know we'd had some discussion about it. The holiday schedule was kind of in the way, and thought maybe it would be better to have some communication with all of us present. And is that all right for the agenda for next week?
Yeah, no, I'm all right for the agenda this next week. I'm concerned about this letter we've seen that sounds like a different timeline than.
Well, and that's what, yes.
And so I'm.
If I may, Chris, I was going to step up and apologize on that. Nate Neff, jail administrator. I had mistakenly informed the sheriff that January 3rd was the cutoff date on it. I think I had that date in my head because at the end of this week I'm leaving for a couple months. I'm going to be out on some extended training. So in my head I had it wrapped up that I wanted to be done by January 3rd. But after you said that one, I did just go back, and it is February 1st is the deadline on it. So that wasn't the sheriff's mistake. That was actually mine. I misinformed him on.
That's all right. I was just thinking, after I think you'd sent it to me, you know,
Yes, I
when I
had.
asked
So
for it
you read it
resent.
correctly, and like I said, I had January 3rd stuck in my date as a
That's
hopeful
okay.
date to be wrapped up, but it wasn't, so.
So we're
glad
not
we-
as feckless as we thought.
Great, super. Okay, we'll do that next week, then put that on the agenda. Okay, great, super. Anything else to come before the board? All right, hearing none. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? The meeting's adjourned.
Aye.